Seattle, y'all. I'm so excited. I'll do a proper video when I get checked in and sort it out. I am tired. I'm hungry. So yeah, let me eat real quick and then I'll circle back with you guys later. But I landed. Thank you, Jesus. What is going on? Doing a quick update. A lot has been happening since I landed, but I'm safe and sound. So I'll give you an update. Landed, we got there pretty early, but the plane that was supposed to arrive before us didn't arrive yet, so we had to wait on the plane for like 15-20 minutes, which was fine. Ended up taking the train, I think it's called the light rail as well, like from Seattle airport all the way to the downtown area. I'm glad I did because when I got off the plane and went to the pickup area, it was $70, and that was with a discount from the airport to downtown. It was about a 40-minute ride, it said. The train was about roughly the same distance, same time, and it was smooth sailing. The train is really nice. It reminds me of the Green Line in Boston. I was able to like record between stops, and it was really nice to have a whole bunch of beautiful houses. And Seattle is also known for their greenery too, so it was nothing but like beautiful trees, and you see the leaves changing colors. It was such a beautiful sight to see. So checked in, wanted to chill for a little bit and charge my phone because I was legit on 4%. I was trying not to use my portable charger just yet, and I couldn't, like, it was weird because on the plane, usually I'm used to the chargers being in front, like where your feet are, but it wasn't until like maybe like close to when I was about to like leave or like land, I was like, let me see if I can find it. And the lady next to me tried to help me find the charger next to like our seats, and we couldn't find it. And I was like, whatever, it's fine. So when I got to the hotel, I was on 4%. So I just wanted to let my phone get some juice before I toured the city. It was 6 hours being on that plane. I was ready to get off that plane by hour 2. I was like, Lord, I cannot do this. Like, I was getting so fidgety. My back was starting to hurt. Like, my body is banged up, not even gonna hold you. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it light and cute today. About to head to Pike Place Market. I think they have apple cider, like different flavors. So I wanna try that and make my way back to the hotel. Tonight, there's 2 important women's events going on. So you have Naomi versus Naya for the world title, which I'm excited about because Naomi deserves this. Then it's Serrano and Taylor, their rematch. I remember their first match they had in 2022 where Taylor won. I felt like Serrano should have won that. So I'm glad that she got her rematch, and I'm glad that Taylor stood up to the plate and said, yeah, let's run it again. But how I'm feeling, I'm like, I don't think I can hang until, because Seattle's 3 hours behind, right? So it's around 5 o'clock, so about probably 3.5 more hours. I'm like, maybe after I eat and walk around, your girl might be knocked out. But we'll see, we'll see. I'll watch one or the other. I'll try to. But yeah, that's it. So far, so good. Seattle met me with beautiful sunshine, so I'm happy. And actually mild weather. It's kind of like what Boston is. It's not colder than Boston, so it's nice. Even like this and this is fine. Maybe even a jean jacket. If I had a jean jacket, I would wear my jean jacket instead, but we'll stay bundled up. But yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna record when I get to Pike Place Market. Show y'all what's going on. I probably might go back there like every day because it's legit a 15-minute walk from the hotel, so it's a nice area to really see everything. But yeah, I think I might keep it easy tonight, keep it light tonight, because I don't want to over-exert myself today and then make myself tired throughout the rest of the days, because I'm already feeling like real exhausted. So it's gonna be an eat and chill type of day for Friday, and I'm looking forward to it. I can watch my shows. So yeah, so far so good. I'm glad I landed safe and sound. I called my mama because she was worried because she was like 6 hours. So yeah, everything's good. Happy to be here, happy to explore and take it easy. It's given more of like chillcation type of vibe. So looking forward to that.
day.
Hey y'all, what's going on? Good morning, good morning. You see I got the Rey Mysterio shirt. I'm a wrestling fan through and through. Usually I do my back camera, but this time I have my front camera because my storage has been acting weird, and there have been times where I was recording thinking that the phone was recording and it wasn't. So I don't want that to happen again. So it's about maybe 6:30 a.m. Because it's like 9 a.m. my time in Boston, I've been up for a long time just chilling. So I've been packing, trying to get myself sorted, make sure I have everything planned out. This was supposed to be a 4-night trip, but things have happened and I'm just gonna shorten my stay and I'll be heading back home today. All my stuff mapped out. I have my backpack, my carry-on, my outfits and all that for Seattle. And I'm gonna get into that when I get back home, but there was a safety issue that happened at the hotel that I am staying at. Usually I'll just be like, you know what? I'll dust myself off, try again and go to a different hotel. But honestly, I'm just over it in a sense. So last night I went to Pike Place Market, walked around, did a few things actually. It was really nice in there. And they had the Apple Cider stand that I saw online and I wanted to try. And it was actually a great surprise because I thought they closed at 5, but they closed at 6. So what you do there is you pay for a cup, whether it's a 12 ounce or a 16 ounce. Now I'm talking about it, I'm mad because I left my cup at the restaurant. Dang, that's okay. I'll probably go back there today and do the same thing I did yesterday. They have about 9 to 10 different flavors of apple cider. I didn't even know that was even possible. So once I got that, I was like, okay, my trip is complete. I tried the apple cider. So yeah, I can't even give you my favorite. All of them were good. All of them were good. As you guys will see in the previous clips of like the different flavors that I have. And then, you know, I'm good to show pictures and stuff in my blog. So you'll see all the flavors. But man, like the blackberry one and the lavender one, I feel like those are like my top 2. And then for hot, there was 3 flavors and the butter rum was my favorite. Then after I went to the souvenir shop, I got so much stuff. I'll probably do an unboxing when I get back home. But this is like the bag I have. I spent so much money in there and I don't care. It was well worth it. I ended up finding a place called Japonessa. Oh, I'm saying it right? Right at the corner of like the street where you go to Pike Place. So I went there. Great customer service, great ambiance. I got the spicy chorizo ramen. Y'all, life-changing. When I got that, I said, oh, I'm a ramen girl now. And I'll be a pho girl too, but I was like, this is so good. It was cold outside, so this was just like nice and spicy and flavorful. I'm even gonna hold you. If I was here longer, I'll probably go back today. I'm not even joking, just for that ramen. That was good. Big portion. I ended up taking half back with me. I'm gonna see if the security can let me through with it, and I can, well, how am I gonna heat it up? Yikes. See, I don't even know. But anyways, whatever. I'm gonna try to find a ramen spot in Boston and try out more ramen and pho. So yeah, and then I called it a night. I was tired. I went to Target, got me a snack, and then I ended up Ubering back to the hotel and like knocked out. So yeah, today's my last day. Sadly, well, my last morning, I should say. So I'm gonna head to, there's a breakfast place that I want to go to. There's a few that I saw, but I'm gonna check out Biscuit. The photo here because I ain't gonna say the name. I was debating because there was another spot I was looking at, but then I'm a breakfast sandwich girly through and through, and I feel like I'm like, let me try it out. And I heard good things about that place, so hopefully it's good. They have a lot of options, and I'm excited to check them out. I told my mom about it before, and she's like, "Excuse me." I don't say the name, but she was like, "Excuse me." I'm like, "Yeah, it's called that," and they have good options. She's like, "Okay, Buddha." So I'm gonna check them out. Thing. That's what really stinks about leaving earlier than I expected, like way earlier than I expected. There was so many food places that Seattle has. I was excited to try, but that's okay. As my homegirl Nelly always tells me, there's always next time. Like these states are on my doorstep. So when I come back to Seattle, because I know I will come back, there's so many different restaurants that I have on my list to knock off. But yeah, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go back to Pike Place Market. They have the gum wall that I want to take a photo in front of. Like I already have that mapped out. And then just roam around. I only have about like 5 hours to do what I want to do, which stinks, but That's okay. That's okay. To more trips next year. But yeah, and I'm excited to wear these. This is, look. Fine Gear Glam hooked me up with a custom. I paid for a custom and they did exactly what I wanted. They gave me the coffee beans, they gave me croissants, coffee cup, and more coffee beans. Because Seattle is known for their coffee as well as their greenery, I was like, listen, I need a coffee themed custom set. And they 3D sculpted the coffee beans for me, the croissants, and they did the coffee cup for me. So I'll do a better video when I actually put them on, but I wanted to show y'all here. They did that. They ate that up. So I can't wait to put these on and take some nail fees and stuff like that. So shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for putting my ideas to real life. Like, oh, I love it. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna throw on these nails when I head out. I was thinking about wearing, like, it's cold outside. I have a little cute jacket and my leopard print or cheetah print dress. And I'm gonna throw on my Converses because Seattle is very hilly. Like, you're walking up and walking down hills and you feel it. So I think my Converses are nice and comfy for that. So yeah, I'm gonna get ready. I'm trying to get there by 8 a.m. eat for like 30 minutes, walk around. Like, I'm on a tight crunch, but I think I can do it. The main thing was getting souvenirs, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, anyways, I've been talking a lot. I hope you guys have a good morning, good day, good night. I'll do a video of when I get to the airport. I probably won't be doing a lot of content of me talking. I'll just be recording where I am. And like, again, my photos will be on my blog. My link is always in theloopwithmuna.com. The link is below right here. That's where you have the photos, you know, me talking more in detail about everything. Because last night I was just like, I just had my phone like this the whole time because I was just trying to get everything before things closed and stuff like that. And I was taking in the moment of being in Seattle too. So yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys at breakfast. This is the fit for today. I got the leopard print. I got the coffee bean nails with the coffee cup. Everything came together. Let me do a little zoom out a little bit. Yeah, so it's the look. And as you can see, I got the matching suitcase in the background. I love leopard and cheetah print, as you can already tell. But yeah, this is the look I got going on. I'm gonna wear my jacket because it is super, super cold out here. And yeah. All right, y'all, this is the outfit of the day. We have a nice, cute jacket. And we have the Converses because Seattle is very hilly and it's a walking city. So I was gonna wear my boots, but I ended up wearing my sneakers. And it's the same kind of, in the brown family, whatever. So yeah, this is the fit. And then, as you know, I got my coffee nails. So again, Seattle is known for their coffee. I need to try some of their coffee actually. So, and then, you know, I got the Telfar. Goes perfectly with the outfit. So yeah, this is the look for today. I know I'm gonna be cold walking around, but I don't wanna wear my winter jacket because it's gonna ruin the outfit. I will bring you guys along with me to come to Seattle. Oh my gosh. This is a Filipino style biscuit with the house made
finding your way in nature.
Oh, okay. That might be a start. No, I think
that's all about, like,
I think that might be good.
You know, looking around at signs of nature, figure out where you are and how you could get unlost.
Yes, I think that's what I'm going for.
And then like a chapter or two on maps, like what is a map scale?
I think you found the perfect one.
Okay, nice and small.
Thank you. Yeah,
yeah. See if that works for you.
Thank you. Yeah. This is perfect because my best friend told me I need to get better at reading maps, understanding navigation, and honestly, she's right. So it's funny because I stumbled across the store, so that's God giving me the signs. So it's funny because I left breakfast. I was gonna go to a coffee shop, but they were taking too long, so I ended up walking down the street just to tour, and I ran across a map store, like all about maps, everything about maps and travel. And it's funny because I had a conversation with my best friend earlier today where she was like, she has a project for me to do, like homework, and I should find a book that talks about navigating, like with a compass, without a compass, like being detached from my phone to know where I am. And I was like, yeah, that's actually a good idea. So it's funny because this book has basically navigating with or without a compass, and basically shows you how to read a compass, understanding signs in nature to determine direction, because my best friend's really good at that. She's so good visually knowing where she is. I'm getting better too, but I want to get better. And then also recognizing principal constellations to guide you and determine the time at night, which this is perfect. I would get this right now, but this is about $20 here, but on Amazon it's 10. And I got a gift card, so I'm gonna order this like right now so I can get home in 2 days so I can read it and work on navigating. So yeah, I got this. So I'm gonna order this. I got a Dubai book, only $3. So this is for my bestie. I know she wants to go to Dubai. That's on her travel list. And that was the last one too, so that's perfect for her. And then I got one, this is the last one for Bali. Bali's on my list too, so I will be taking this home. But there's so much stuff in the store, like globes, big maps, puzzles, everything about travel and maps. Like, this is so cool. But yeah, I'm enjoying my time here. You guys, I am back at the souvenir shop. I came back to get a Grey's Anatomy shirt because my friend, I got her a hoodie, shirt, and a keychain. And I'm convinced to get a shirt because I think it was a Gray and Sloan Memorial Hospital was shot and filmed here. If I got that wrong, the correct terms will be in my blog. But yeah. So she's like, you should get one too, so we watch it together and we can talk about, at least you have the merch to match. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna get a shirt right now and then head out, and I'm gonna go to a gum wall and then head back to get ready to leave. I did want to go to the Space Needle or museum, but I don't want to miss my flight trying to do everything at once. So yeah, I'm gonna handle this and then do my last bit of errands before I leave. are on with Seattle. And then you see my nails match. This is exactly what I was looking for. So boom. So they are known for their coffee. So you see my nails have the coffee beans on them and the croissants in a coffee cup. And then yeah, so this is perfect. I'm glad I got these nails. So they scraped up the gum, so that stinks because I had a whole photo prop I was gonna do, but this is the gum wall or the gum block.
Do you want me to find out how much they are? That is my second favorite. Opal. So the one. I know what you're talking about.
Seattle was great and pleasant. It's freezing outside and it's raining. And I have this jacket on, I'm shivering. So yeah, I need to get back before I actually catch a cold. Just got back from running around. I am on a tight crunch right now, so I can't do a full recap of my day or my afternoon. I'm trying to change into my sweatsuit, pack my souvenirs, and just get my bearings so I can head to the airport. I was thinking about taking the train, but I think the way time is going, I might just close my eyes and pay for Uber. So I'd rather just do that and I'm not like rushing and being frantic about the time. Anyways, it's super cold, super rainy out here in Seattle. I definitely want to come back during the summertime. A lot of the locals or people that live out here said to come back during like the summer, which is like their spring. Looking forward to doing that. There's so many things on my list to do in Seattle, but there's always next time. I ended up going to a breakfast spot. Oof, I love that place. I love that place. The name will be below because my brain is not clicking on the name. There's Ludi's, Ludis, Ludi's. And I'm glad I went at the time I did because when I was eating, the line was wrapped around the corner. So, oh my God, everyone was so nice, so kind in there. The food was amazing, like chef's kiss. I see why they got a 5-star rating through and through. I'll talk more about that on my blog and in my recap video. I'm just rushing right now and my storage is acting funny. So I'd rather just keep it short and sweet in this video. And I ended up going to the gum wall. On my way to the gum wall, I stumbled across a map store, and I was in there for a long time just looking at all the books. And I was talking to the some of the staff there, and I love that place. Then went to the gum wall, a little bit disappointing because there was no gum. Like, they basically scraped it all off. And even people were like, oh my goodness, we came all the way over here and they don't have it. But that was okay. I got myself a coffee from the coffee shop in the alleyway. The guy was so nice. Got some photos in front of there. Then I just walked through Pike Place Market, got some photos, got a pastry, and yeah, now I'm here. Definitely probably next year or the year after, I'll come back to Seattle and do everything on my list. Because there's so many food spots in Pike Place Market. Like, it's easy to get overwhelmed in there. But I got my photos in front of there. I recorded, got coffee because, again, Seattle's known for their coffee. Yeah, but the people I spoke to, people I interacted with made the trip worth it. Like, it was nice. Like, when I'm solo, I don't know, when I talk to people, I feel like messages are sent, like, or reminders are sent to me. Like, when I went to Baltimore, the woman working at the souvenir shop was like, yep, keep going, girl. Like, don't wait for no one. If you want to go somewhere, you go. Because I was like, you are so right. And that's something I learned the hard way in the past. So that's why I'm like, yep, I'm up and going. And then even the conversations I was having with the staff at Ludi's and the regulars there, we had a great conversation. Like, I ended up leaving like maybe like 30, 40 minutes past where I thought I was going to stay. But I had a great time just talking to people. And I definitely want to come back to Seattle. I definitely do. So I'm just doing a little quick flash of what I got. I got a Grey's Anatomy shirt for myself. Then I got some books from the map store. And yeah, I got gum because I want to do the photo with like me popping like a gum bubble in front of the gum wall, but the gum wasn't working. It just was a whole dub. But yeah, I got more stuff. Sorry, I'm shivering. It is so cold. Mind you, it's 80 degrees in this room, but I think because I was outside, I'm like still shivering. But yeah, so I'm about to pack, get ready to head to the airport. Today I tried some Filipino food, which was superb. Like, I'm trying to try different things than what I usually would get, and that was amazing. And I just walked around. I'm like, I want to get lunch, but I was just too stuffed. So I'll get food at the airport before my flight takes off. I'm about to tidy up, change into my sweatsuit because it's cold, and head to the airport. It's been real. It's been like a teaser of what I really want for Seattle to be. So this will keep me like kind of like, okay, I need to plan my trip. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Put that in here before I forget. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. 2 and 2. Hey y'all, what is going on? This is going to be my Seattle trip recap. So what was supposed to be a 4-night stay got shortened to a 1-night stay. We'll get into that later, but let's just talk about pre-booking all the way up into my trip. Prior to 2024, I always heard that Seattle was cold and rainy and just always just gloomy. So as someone who can't really handle the rain and cold weather, Seattle wasn't really on my travel list. But for some weird reason, in 2024, like maybe mid, like September, or like the summertime, Seattle's PR worked overtime. when I'm scrolling on TikTok, sometimes I'll get like just random cities of like food bloggers, which I love. All of a sudden, Seattle kept getting popped up and getting recommended on my For You page. And I'm like, I don't talk about Seattle. I don't have any interest in going to Seattle, so this is weird. But as the days kept going on, I just kept seeing Seattle recommendations. So I'm like, you know what, let me look at the food scenery and do my research. I was blown away about how much food options they have, attractions they have, and I was like, okay, maybe I should go to Seattle. Maybe I should just pack my cane, some extra Tylenol, and just explore, because there was so much food spots that I kept seeing. And I came across Pike Place Market, and I was like, whoa, I want to come here. So for a long time, Seattle always been like in the $300 range, sometimes even $400 range from Boston, nonstop, round trip. Another reason why I was like, okay, like Seattle. But what was it, October, JetBlue was having a crazy deal, like doing a lot of good deals. So I'm like, let me see. And I was able to get a round trip ticket for the weekend for 4 nights for under $200. So I'm like, oh, this is perfect, sign me up, boom. So I got my tickets, I was good to go. Within a few days, my itinerary was locked and loaded, and I was just ready for my trip to come. I was so excited. My flight there was okay. I got the window seat, and I haven't been on a long plane ride since 2023 when I went to London for Notting Hill Carnival. My long is over 5 hours. Anything over 5 hours, my body starts to ache. I get a little bit fidgety. I'm just ready to go. So, yeah, the flight to Seattle was 6 hours. And by hour 2, I was ready to land the plane myself. Like, I was so over it. But the views made it worthwhile. As we got closer to Seattle, I got to see so many mountains, and it was beautiful. I think I have like 50 photos of just the view alone from the window. So it was good. It was a good flight. So before we boarded the plane, they needed people to check their bags. So my bag got checked. So when I landed in Seattle, I went over to the carousel to get my stuff. It was a little confusing. I think Seattle Airport is under construction. They didn't have many like signs of where to go. And also on the screen, like where it says like where the bags are coming from or where your flight was, it didn't have that. Just luckily, as I was walking down to figure out where I was supposed to go, my suitcase is really bright. It's a bright Hello Kitty suitcase. So I seen it and I just dashed over and got my stuff, made sure it was mine, and then headed to the light rail or the train station. So in Seattle, I recommend taking the train from the airport into town. If you were to take a Uber, it would be the same time frame to get into downtown, but at least with the train, you're saving a lot of money. When I got off around 10:30 in the morning, like Seattle time, it was about $70 to get into town. And I was really confused because I'm like, it's 10:30, it's a weekday. This is giving like rush hour. I was like, thankfully I did my research before I came to Seattle. So, and then I made my way to the light rail. It's about a 5-minute walk from the train station, but it's all connected. So I took like 2 elevators and then had to walk to the light rail. And that was about $4. And the scenery was great. Like, train was clean. It reminded me so much of the Green Line in Boston. It was quiet. Again, maybe the time that I got on the train, but it was smooth sailing. Like, I really enjoyed hopping on the train and just taking in all the scenery. I feel so much like a local when I take like transit in a different city or state. I love it. About 30 minutes later, I arrived to my stop and I walked about 15 minutes to the hotel. So even when I was walking, like, one thing someone did say when I was watching YouTube vlogs is that like it's very hilly. And yeah, it is. So I recommend packing some walking sneakers. My Crocs were good, but I recommend like getting some good walking sneakers and pack it with you because you feel it. Like you're going up and then down and then up and then down. But it's nice though. So yeah, everything was smooth up until check-in. So when it came to check-in, when I got my first set of keys, I checked into the room, and I always do my walkthrough before I settle in. So as I was doing my walkthrough, I made my way to the bathroom, and the bathroom was dirty. The sink and the shower was dirty. Immediately, I'm like, eek. I have gotten, like, I've always been a germaphobe because of my lupus, but like it got real, like 10 times more intense when the pandemic happened. So I'm like, no. So immediately I called down to the front desk and I just said, hey, this room is dirty. I need a new room. So the front desk agent said, okay. So I went down and I got new keys to a room. And I was like, oh, before I go up, can you page the housekeeping manager so we can go up together? Because that's how I am. Like when the first room is dirty, I'd rather have the manager go up with me to the new room. So it's not like, oh, this person just wants to be a problem or be a nuisance. It's nope, let's go up together. You're a manager, you know how the room's supposed to look, and let's go inspect it together. Because I don't want to keep moving. So the housekeeping manager was really sweet, very nice. So we went up to this room, the second room, right? So me and the housekeeping manager are just going around looking at everything. And the beds were good. The surface areas in the bedroom were good. Then we get to the bathroom, the same issue. The bathroom was not clean. So now I'm getting a little bit like what the heck is going on? Because it's like, why am I on a different floor and we're having the same issue? So I told the housekeeping manager, I'm like, look, I'm tired, I'm exhausted. I just got a 6 to 7 hour plane ride. I've been commuting all day. Can you just thoroughly clean? And because I just need to drop my stuff off and go handle my business. I'll be in the bedroom area, so I'm not hovering over you, and I'm giving you space, your privacy, but I just rather you clean than me having to move again, because I do not want to move again. The manager was like, absolutely. So they went back and got the cleaning supplies and got to cleaning. In the meantime, I was just start to take out some of my stuff and lay out my outfits for the day. So maybe 30 minutes, 35 minutes later, the housekeeping manager's like, okay, I'm done. Take a look. So I inspected, everything looked good. So, cause they were in there cleaning. So I was like, everything looks good, thanks, etc. So I'm about to head out, about to rush out, cause I'm already an hour behind schedule. I was trying to make it to Pike Place Market. So I'm about to leave and I check the TV and usually there's a welcome message. And my name is not on, it's a whole different person's name on the welcome message. So my antennas shoot up and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, who's this? A 2 + 2 = 4, what the heck is that? I was like, whoa, and it's never happened to me before. So I immediately called down. Long story short, the front desk agent was confused, was just so puzzled on what happened. So I'm like, you know what? No, because first the front desk agent was like, oh, can I move you? I'm like, I just moved here. The lady, the housekeeping manager just cleaned. I unpacked. I do not want to move again. So the front desk agent was like, I don't know what's going on, so I'd rather just move you. So I was like, can I speak to your manager? Because at this point, I'm over it. I spoke to the manager, and the manager and I were discussing what was going on, and I just expressed to him how unsafe that was. If I did not check that welcome message, I don't know how the situation would have ended. It's a sorry's not gonna bring me back. A sorry, it's not gonna replace my stuff. So many things could have happened if I didn't check. If I just went out for the day and didn't check that message, I would have probably came back to my stuff being gone or compromised, or someone in the room and I'm walking in on someone, or someone walking in on me. And it's if that happened to me, I don't know how I would react, because that never happened to me. And that is very scary to think about, the possibilities that could happen to you when you're traveling. And as beautiful as solo traveling is and liberating and exhilarating it is, it's even regular travel, but just ain't solo travel. As beautiful as traveling is, there also the unsafe things that can happen. I won't call it cons. Yeah, I would say the cons. The cons that can happen if you're not on your feet. I'll do a different video about safety tips and stuff that I learned along the way of solo traveling. But anyways, I was speaking to the manager and just telling him so many things could have went left. And like, that's something I can't take lightly. It's a safety problem, like a error that I had to catch. No one caught it but me. So we're talking about that, XYZ. So the manager said they had to move me again. So I moved to my third room now. And guess what happens when I go to my third room? Dirty again. The bathroom was dirty again. And I'm like, at this point, I was ready to just sleep outside. Because I'm like, bro, what is going on here? So, and yeah, like, this can happen at any hotel. Like, no matter the chain, no matter the location, it does not matter. This is why, like, you know, you gotta be on your P's and Q's when you're traveling, because it doesn't matter, no matter where you stay. So anyways, I went to the third room. That one's dirty again too. So I'm like, bro, this is cutting into my time. I'm like so like flustered at this point, cause I'm like, this is crazy. I'm pumped. So they had to get another housekeeper to come to my room and clean everything, because I was not playing. Like, this is crazy, like, at this point. And I'm like, I'm still keeping my cool, but trust me, I got to the point. Best believe I know how to get to the point. And so I was like, so it was crazy, because in the middle of the housekeeper cleaning, my mom calls me, because she doesn't know what's going on, but she calls me right when the housekeeper started to clean. And I'm like, God knows, God's timing is always right. So she calls me, and I was gonna tell her about this like the next day, but I was just so like flustered. I was exhausted. I was like I'm trying to pinpoint the actual like emotion, but like I was just a whole bunch of things. And my mom was like, hey, just calling, are you okay? Da da da. Because I think I called her when I landed. And then, you know, but then she called me like, hey, I'm just checking in. And which is so weird, because we already checked in with each other. So I guess that's mom's intuition. So she calls me, and I just told her everything was going on. And she's like, because she's already very wary. She's a very wary person when we traveling. So to hear that, you know, she's like, can you come back tonight? And I'm like, tonight? She's like, yeah, Muna, I don't like this. And I'm like, I know, let me see what I can do. I'm like, I just landed. I'm like, I don't think any other flights are gonna be flying out, especially at this time. It was like maybe like 3 something at this time. And so, you know, she's like, I'm like, let me just get my bearings, let me try to get some food, and let me get myself situated, because I'm starving at this point. So then in the meantime, the housekeeper is done cleaning everything. So then I call my best friend, and she's like, yeah, nah, like, She's like, can you fly back tonight? And I'm like, okay. Because my best friend, she's like, yeah, woo, solo travel, be safe. But solo travel, see the world, you know, thing. My mom's like, don't you want to stay home and watch YouTube? Like, there's 2 polar opposites. And for them to both say the same thing, like, can you come back tonight, if not tomorrow? I was like, yep. And then my gut was just already like, not feeling it. And so I was like, okay, yeah. I'm like, let me get my bearings. I'm gonna go online, see what I can do, and then try to come and like do my best to come back home tomorrow. And I was just telling my best friend, I was like, I'm bummed. Like, you know, I'm like, usually I'll just try to dust myself off, try again, go to a different hotel, and just spend the rest of my nights there. But I don't know, like, my gut was just saying, like, just go home. And like, I listened to my gut to check the TV, even though I was rushing. So I'm not gonna ignore my gut when it's telling me to go home. Like, I have the money for that. Like, that's why I'm very big on Bex money. Always have money for emergency. You never know, you know, knock on wood, but it's good to have the emergency fund. So I got it. So I'm not gonna sit here and, you know, risk my life or not ignore my gut just to eat and, you know, explore a new city. Like, if every unpleasant experience will just happen, like, right when you're checking in. But I didn't want to dampen my situation. I literally checked the room, touched base with the manager, made sure everything was going to be good while I was gone. And then I literally dashed over to Pike Place Market, because at this point it was like 3:30, 3:45. And it's like a 15-minute walk to Pike Place, and they close at 5. So I don't know, like 45 minutes to really see what's going on in Pike Place. But this is a place you can visit every day and not get tired of it. Pike Place Market is legit like Faneuil Hall, but on steroids. It's like times 10. It's crazy in there. I got there pretty late, so I decided to just like roam around, check out all the stores. I was just literally walking back and forth and recording everything. I stopped in my tracks because I found Tiny's Organic. So this place kept getting recommended to me when I was doing my research on Seattle. It's a apple cider stand, basically. So they had 9 different apple cider flavors, y'all. They had lavender, pear, cranberry, cosmic crisp, peach, blackberry, and cherry. Those were the cold apple cider flavors. And for the hot flavors, they had butter rum, cider and spice, and cosmic crisp. So this is how they do it. So you pay for either 12 ounce or 16 ounce. And after you pay for that, it's unlimited. So I said, oh, bet. Like, what? I forgot how much it was. I got the 12 ounce. If I came in the middle of the day or beginning of the day, I would got the 16 ounce and just kept going back and forth. But because I didn't have much time, I got the 12 ounce. And I thought they were gonna close at 5. They ended up closing at like 6 o'clock, maybe like 5:50 they started packing up. So I had extra like about an hour or so to really take advantage of the apple cider. But my heart was so happy when I got the apple cider. Like, I was immediately like, okay, this is nice, this is nice. All of them were good. I'll say my top 3 was the lavender, the blackberry. Is it blackberry or black cherry? Yep, blackberry. And then the hot was the butter rum. Ooh, that was so good. Then across the street was the Seattle Shirt Company. This store has everything, y'all. Like, when you get to Seattle, if you want like souvenirs, no matter what type, go there. So I spent a good hour in there just roaming around. Like, I only want to spend like 15 minutes in there, but I love souvenirs. I can get lost in the souvenir shop. Like, that's one of my favorite things to do when I'm on vacation. Like, before I even get to that place, I look up souvenir shops because I love like when they have souvenirs that show what that city or state is known for. So my best friend, she's a huge Grey's Anatomy fan, like huge. So when I walked in, after like roaming around, I saw like the Grey's Anatomy like stand, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm like, I need to get this for her. So I got her a keychain, shirt, and a hoodie. And I got my mother a tote bag because she doesn't like gifts. She's not a big gift girl, but I know she likes tote bags because she loves to like bring her tote bags when she goes grocery shopping. So I learned to get her things that she uses. So I got her a tote bag. I actually got 2 tote bags. And then everyone else got unique keychains. And then I got a magnet. I usually get magnets for myself too. 1 for my fridge and then 1 extra. To be honest, in the souvenir shop, there's no sense of money for me. It's like, we're gonna ball out. So I'm gonna show you all what I got from the souvenir shop. This is the souvenir bag. I got the big bag, y'all. So this is, I hope you guys can see really good. I am kind of far away, but it says the Emerald City. That's one of Seattle's nicknames. So this is one of the tote bags I got for her. And I got another one for her. I like this one a lot. Oh yeah, I got a coin purse for myself and my niece. So that's about, yeah, it's 2 coin purses. Then I got a stack of keychains. I love that they do a pack because to like sit through and pick every keychain for someone, I'm like, this is too much work. So I think it's a pack of, I think it's like 8. So, but they're perfect though because each one has something different. This bag is really deep, y'all. The other coin purse, I got, this is one of my favorite ones I got. This is a magnet. So it's like wood and has Seattle on it. The Grey's Anatomy keychain. This is for my bestie. A Seattle magnet. And then I got my bestie a magnet. It's funny because we were on the phone like a week before I was supposed to leave. And she's like, is Seattle known for whales? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I can check. She's like, I don't know. I have a weird feeling they're known for whales. So I looked it up and they were known for whales, which is crazy. And so I'm like, where'd you get that fun fact from? She's like, I don't even know. So when I saw this, I'm like, oh, this is perfect for her. I know I have more stuff, but I'll do a picture and put it on my blog. Y'all know me. This is the shirt I got for her. I ended up going back to get another shirt because she was like, get one for yourself because we're gonna binge watch it together and I want us to have matching merch. I'm like, bet. So I have another shirt. My coffee magnet, that's gonna be on my blog. I guess I already put it on my fridge. Oh, I was so excited. So that one is it was like, because Seattle's known for their coffee. So it was a coffee cup and it had coffee beans around it. And then I had coffee nails, so it matched perfectly with it. So I bought that. So I'll put a picture here. And then this is the hoodie. I can't wait for her to get this. Like when I took a picture and showed her, no, actually we'll FaceTime each other and she's like, oh my goodness. So I'm so happy that she likes it. And I think that's everything. Yep, this is the first receipt that I had. Yep, so all the stuff that I ordered for my first run was $124, which is not bad at all. To get all of this, that's a steal for me. Definitely check them out if you are in Seattle and you want like a good souvenir, go there. Because there was a few of them in the Pike Place Market. They were okay, but they were very limited and they were more expensive than what Seattle Shirt Company had. So after I was done roaming around Pike Place Market, just walking through, checking out all the stores they had, I was even hungrier. And I did want to go to some pho places that I had on my itinerary. And I could have went there like on a regular hungry stomach, but I was starving and I was getting hangry. So I was like, okay, I need something like nearby here because they had a lot of restaurants. And oh, sorry, one last thing. When I first got to Pike Place Market, when I went to Tiny's Organic, like the cider spot, they had this place called the Purple Store. And everything in there was purple. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm so tight that I did not walk in there because I was like, oh, I'll be back. And I totally forgot to go in there because you know me, purple's my brand. Like, I'm a loopy down through and through. So the fact that I wasn't able to go in there and go see what it was about, that's okay. I'm gonna be back. So I'm gonna be all up and through there. But anyway, sorry. So I was too hangry to like go to the pho places like by train or even by Uber. Like I wanted something like walking distance. So I tucked myself away from the cold and I was like, let me find some places that are around here. And there was one called, I hope I'm saying it right, Japonessa. I'll put the name here. So when I was looking it up, they had a high rating with an extensive menu. They have many options that sounded amazing. So I was like, great, this is perfect for me. So I walked in there, immediately greeted, and I got seated by the bar. I came across one of the items called spicy chorizo ramen. Listen. So she explained to me that this was only supposed to be there for a limited time, but it became so popular, they put it as a permanent menu item. And I was like, okay, this must be really good then. So the spicy chorizo ramen comes with pork broth, spicy pork chorizo, wheat/egg noodle, corn, bamboo shoots, green onion, and itokiri togarashi. I hope I'm saying it right. And that is shredded chili peppers. When I tell you that thing was life-changing, y'all. Listen, and it contains dairy. So it's okay, this is like a whole bunch of different flavors I don't usually eat on a regular. Let's get it. Like, if I don't like it, I'll just get something else. Like, but I want to try something new in a different, state. So, came out, huge portion. I took a sip. I was like, yo.
Oh my God! Wow!
Like, I was mind blown. Like, I'm not joking with you. Like, it's been a long time since I tried something different and I'm blown away. Like, I usually stay in my comfort palette. And I was like, wow, like, this is what I've been missing. Like, if I was staying there for the 4 nights as planned, I would have went back there every night to get that. I'm not even joking with you. Like, I ain't even lying. And what I liked about it was that it was spicy, but it wasn't too spicy where you couldn't enjoy the meal or you couldn't taste the other flavors, because there was so many flavors just coming at you. And I'm like, by the time I'm done chewing, there's another flavor. And it's like, whoa, this is layered. Like, shout out to the chef back there. They were, ooh, Lord, that was so good. So when I was done eating, I went to Target right around the corner, and then I Ubered back to the hotel. I was supposed to watch either SmackDown to watch my girl, Naomi, compete for the world title against Nia Jax. And there was another match. It was Serrano versus Taylor. I was rooting for Serrano. Like, both my girls were fighting on the same night. And I thought I was going to be flipping through the channels, but I was tired. Like, Auntie was tired. I literally passed out once I had kicked my feet up and the heat was on blast. All right, now let's get into the next morning. My last few hours of going to be in Seattle. So I was debating between Biscuit Beach or Ludi's. So I love breakfast sandwiches. Like, I'm a breakfast sandwich girly. Like, love me a sandwich. And then don't let it be on a biscuit. It's over. But I also wanted to try Filipino food. Like I said, this trip I wanted to try different things. And Seattle has such a great variety of food. And so I was just debating. I was like, do I want a breakfast sandwich or do I want to try Filipino food? Like, I was like, ah. Like, I was literally up early in the morning just trying to get my itinerary set. And I was just really debating. And I was like, this stinks, because if I was here for the full, my full stay, I would have just went here one day and then gone to the next. But I have to choose. And I'm very indecisive. So this was like mental torture for me. So I was like, you know what? Let me go to Biscuit. And when I walked up, it was like people were already in line. So the line was getting long. And I'm like, okay, oof. So I was like, you know, let me ask them, because I didn't see any like seats in the store. So I'm like, before I waste my time, let me just cut the line and ask a question real quick. So I was like, hey, is there dining? And the person was like, no, but we do have outdoor seating. Mind you, it was cold. It was like 40 degrees and it was raining. I'm like, who wants to eat breakfast outside? Like, and they didn't even have like I don't think it had like a proper like covering. So like, you would have been getting sick. I'm not finna get sick over the whole breakfast sandwich. So I was like, you know what? That's fine. I was like, okay, thank you, no problem. So I was like, oh, this is actually perfect. Now I have a reason to go check out the other place. I remember when they told me that that they didn't have any dining, I was calling the other location and they weren't answering. And I called like 5 times and I'm like, nope, I'm not gonna walk all the way down there and we don't have dining either. Like, I don't have time for surprises. So I'm like, you know what? This is perfect. Now I can go to Ludi's and check out Filipino food. And Ludi's to Biscuit was legit like a 2-second walk. It was literally on the same street, basically. Ludi's was that girl. I had a grand old time in Ludi's. So basically, when I got there was a few people in front of me, which was okay. So it gave me time to look at the menu again and figure out what I want. Because sometimes I will pick something before I get there, and then when I get there, I'm like, I want something else. And one thing I liked about the restaurant, there was pictures everywhere of the family. Like, it was a family-owned restaurant. So you see pictures of like them like as their age, and it's all the feels when you're in a restaurant like that. Like, I never have a bad experience when I go into like a family-owned restaurant, like a mom and pop shop. Like, they really appreciate you dining and, you know, spending money at their restaurant. And so I recorded like everything in the restaurant because I was so taken away by all the pictures, all the photos, a lot of like souvenirs of different countries and states and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, this is nice. So anyways, I go there, I go to the front and it's my time to order. And I say I want the Lilikoi mimosa. And she said it tastes kind of like passion fruit. So I was like, okay, great. I like that. So then my original seat was like tucked away in the corner, but it was right next to the door. And every time it opened, it was like bone chilling. So I was like, And so she's like, do you want to go to the bigger table? But it's a shared table, so I have to seat someone next to you. And usually I'm like, nah, I'm okay. But honestly, I was like, why not? It's right in front of the sign. I want photos in front of the sign. And it's away from the cold. So I was like, yeah, please, if you can move me. So when I walked there, it looked like 2 people were like, they're wrapping up. So I sit down and like me and the 2 patrons were like chatting. And come to find out, they are related to the owner. And then it said like maybe way later into the conversation, but they was just so nice and give me recommendations of what to try, and oh, it was a good time in there. I was like, okay, this is nice. I like this. We talked about mad stuff. The service was tremendous. You feel like you're eating at their home. Like, they're just so welcoming. I keep saying that, but they were so welcoming. Like, no matter if someone else was servicing the table, if they saw you, are you okay? Do you need anything? You know, that, like, I love that. Like, I was like, yes. And this place is right next to Pike Place Market. So check them out, like, seriously. So let's get into it. So the portions are perfect and everything is cooked to perfection. I started off with the mimosa, as I said, and shortly after my meal came out, and I got the spam silong, which comes with spam, white rice, eggs, you can have it your way, and chop. And that is chopped veggies. And one of the regulars I was talking to, they said they think that it's mixed in like fish oil, because it was good. Like, it didn't taste like regular chopped veggies. It was like a little kick to it, and that was so good. I'm so glad I checked out this restaurant, and I got to speak to the owner and speak to his children who help him run the restaurant. The owner and I were talking for like a long time, because there was a regular that sat next to me when I was like halfway done eating my food, and he was like, oh, where are you from? And I'm like, oh, I'm from Boston, like Massachusetts. And he's like, oh, and he told me like, oh, did you know about the story of this store, this restaurant? I'm like, no. He told me about it, and then he actually called over the owner, and he shared a story with me, and I'm like, wow. And then I was like, you have a lot of souvenirs, you guys travel a lot. And the regular and the owner were like, oh no, like, that's people who send things, like customers, when they go somewhere, they'll send it to him, like souvenirs to him, or like they'll go back to their regular like place, like where they live, and it'll send him a souvenir. And I'm like, oh my God, that is so sweet. Like, there was so many things like in that restaurant. There was so many souvenirs and so many pictures. Like, people brought their like newborn kids or, you know, little toddlers to meet him. Like, the beautiful thing about mom and pop shops, like, you grow with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can be with you every milestone along the way, and I think that's so amazing. Owners, he doesn't talk about himself. Like, it was a regular that was like telling me everything about the owner, like how many good things, how many good deeds he has done. And I was like, wow, like, he is such a sweetheart. He's so nice. And then one of the regulars, the one I was talking to, he was like, take a photo with him. Like, you should get a photo from the Ludi sign. I'm like, oh my goodness, yes, please. So I got a photo with him. That's on my blog. And I told the owner that when I go back to Boston, like for Christmas, I want to send him a souvenir of Boston, like something. They were so kind to me, just saying like, I hope I enjoyed my stay. Oh, I enjoyed like my time at the restaurant. Like, oh my goodness, I can go on and on. Because honestly, I was supposed to only be there for like 30 minutes. I think I spent like an hour and some change in there just talking to people. Like, it was nice. And one of the quotes that the owner said was like, be kind to people. Be kind to yourself and be kind to people. And I'm like, that's something my mom always said. So I'm like, you remind me of her a little bit with that. Whenever I'm in Seattle, I will go back to Ludi's. I'm not even joking. Like, the service, the food, the atmosphere. Oh, like, I can go on and on. So I remember I met one of the owner's daughters, and I was told that she bakes in the restaurant. So I was able to purchase, I was able to get the biscuit. And it's funny because right before she gave it to me, she was like, oh, our neighbors. She's like, on the neighbors up the street, we don't want to make breakfast sandwiches. We don't make breakfast sandwiches because we don't want to, you know, step on anyone's toes. So I'm like, oh no, I understand. And when she brought up the biscuits to me and I took a bite, I said, oh, y'all doing this for a favor for them and everybody else. Like, I can see why you say you don't want to make. And she was so humble about it. Like, she was like, you know, we don't make it because we know that's their thing, and, you know, we serve other things. Like, she was very humble, very like, oh, she was so sweet. But I was hyping her up, and I'm like, okay, that's why you don't make breakfast sandwiches, because you can. Because they have the meat. They have spam. They have all type of meat and eggs. So they really can if they wanted to. And I was like, okay, that's why. When I tell you that was the best biscuit I had, I'm not even exaggerating to you. Like, they describe it as a wet biscuit. Like, it's kind of cakey, but it's not like sweet. but like she had it lathered in butter, y'all. And then they have the house made jam. Listen, like I wish I asked her for like 12. I'm not joking with you. Saved one. I had tried so hard to save one for my mom, and I did. So she tried it and she's like, whoa. I said, yeah, exactly. Like, man, listen, 10 out of 10. Everything was 10 out of 10. And I've tried Filipino food, so I was really happy about that. But yeah, like that restaurant was, I really needed that. Like the morning I was having when I was just like, oh, like I have to, I did 6 hours yesterday coming here, and I got to hop back on a plane. Like I literally just spent only 24 hours in here, and I was just feeling like, but like talking to them and just being there really made my day. So Ludi now holds a special place in my heart. Like they really lifted my mood, seriously. So then I made my way over to Pike Place just one more time before my flight. But on my way there, I stumbled across Metkser map. So if you are a lover of all things like maps and travel, that place is heaven for you. Like they have everything you need. And honestly, I was supposed to go to a coffee shop, but then the coffee shop was just taking forever to take orders. So I was like, you know what? I'll get coffee somewhere else. So I went a different way and I ended up seeing this place, and I just walked in. The number of books that I wanted to take home was crazy. Like I wanted every book that I touched. They had maps all along the wall. They had globes. They had globes that lit up, regular globes, different color coded globes. Like it was crazy in there. Like I was like, this is amazing. They had travel books from all over the world. Then they had like regular maps of like Seattle, how to drive, like before Google Maps, and different states too. Like everything you can think of about maps and travel, they had it in there. The staff was very friendly and helpful. It was funny because right before I left for the morning, me and my best friend were talking about just traveling and navigating and stuff like that. And she's like, try to find a book online or when you get back and go to a library and see if you can find a book about navigating, like with or without like your phone, and with or without a compass, like just knowing your surroundings and how to make sure you're aware of that. And I was like, okay, I can do that. So the fact that I stumbled across this store, I was like, this is crazy. So I asked one of the staff if they have a book like that, and within like 2-3 minutes he found a book for me. Then they also have books on sale, so I was able to get 3 books for under $10. So I got travel books. There was one on Dubai, because it's funny because my best friend always talked about going to Dubai, so I got that for her. Again, I hope you guys can see because I'm kind of far away. So this is it's called Lonely Planet. That's the brand. I heard good things about this brand too, so yeah, it was $3. It was on clearance. And then you got the Dubai one, you got the Singapore one. I'm so excited to read these two. Girl, I was in Seattle shopping, okay? You hear me? And I was just walking all up and through the store. Like I spent like a good 45 minutes in there. Like the time frames that I had, I was like, whatever. Cause just being in that store just felt nice. So I lost track of time a little bit. So I had to hustle to finish the last bit of my errands. I had to stop by Seattle Shirt Company one more time just to get a few more things. So the shirt that I showed you guys, this one, I got one for myself. So basically it's the same thing. Cause I said it on the vlog. So it's Grey's Anatomy, Grace Sloan Memorial Hospital. Cause in my original vlog I said Gray and Sloan. I don't know why I got the and part, but just Gray Sloan. So yeah, one of the top things I want to do when I touched down in Seattle was go to the gum wall. I had a whole photo op ready. Like I was gonna do gum. I was gonna like do a big bubble in front of the gum wall. Like I had all my stuff all lined up. Funny, right? I get there and they scraped it all off. Like all off. Like you can tell that the gum that was on there, like when I went there, people put it on like that day because the rest of the wall was like completely bare. And I'm like, what are the chances of me coming here and now there's no gum? Nonetheless, I still got photos in front of the wall. Then I made my way over to, it's called Ghost Alley Espresso. So this was much needed because it was cold and rainy and I was shivering at this point because who told me to come outside in a little jacket? No one else, just me. The cashier was like, I'm gonna hurry up and give you a coffee because you look super cold. Like, he was so nice. So I ordered the Ghost Leaf Orchard. That has apple cider steamed with milk, 2 shots of espresso, and sweetened with maple, caramel butter, and cinnamon. Those are all things that I love. So I was like, yup, and it was so good. The only thing I'm bummed about was that they didn't serve it in larger portions. You only can get it in 10 ounce. And literally, like, I gulped that thing down and I was like, dang, I want another one. But I was like, let me not be greedy. So I strolled around the market just one last time, and I saw the fishermen throwing the fish back and forth to each other, people in cat suits or cat masks playing instruments for tips, and just taking it all in before I had to leave. I went to the Pike Place Bakery. I went there my first day, and I was like, I'll come back the next day, like in the morning. I don't want the ones that kind of left over. All of it looked good, but I was like, when it comes to bakeries, I like to get there in the morning or afternoon. So I was like, great, I got myself a donut. I forgot the type of donut I got, but it was really, really good. Another thing I wish I bought a dozen of. I headed back to the hotel to change and relax before my 6-hour flight. I decided to take an Uber to avoid any issues. I was gonna take the train, but I was like, it's cold, it's raining, and like, when it's cold and rainy, my arthritis starts getting really bad. And I'm like, I just don't have the energy to walk and then hop on a train. And I was like, you know what? I'll Uber back. Funny thing happened. So when I bought my plane ticket back, they didn't specify what the type of aircraft it was. So I'm like, okay. Then when I think I was on the way to the airport and I checked in, it showed me the aircraft and it said Boeing. I'm like, are we kidding me right now? Because no shade, this is no shade to Boeing, like, at all. But a lot of stuff that was going on in the news about Boeing was like, every time you turned around, something was going down with Boeing. There's so many trips I have not gone on because a lot of the airlines were just Boeing that would take you there. And I'm like, I'm good. Like, I even have a credit with an airline that strictly goes on Boeing, and I have been sitting on it for over a year just to wait, because that's just me. I'm scared to go on Boeing. I was scared. So the fact that I didn't see it till I can't not get on it, I was like, oh my goodness, like, I guess it's me conquering my fear, right? Then I'm like, Lord, please, just please get me home safe. So we're supposed to start boarding, and they didn't start boarding yet. So I'm like, okay. So like 15-20 minutes go by, the agent was like, they're checking the engine, something about the engine, like they're trying to check and make sure everything's good. And I'm like, Lord have mercy, please, not the engine. Like, out of all things, the engine. So about an hour later, that's when they're like, yep, everything's good, everything's running, everything's fine. So we start boarding, and then when we got on, that's when the pilot was like, yeah, I had to make sure the engine was running and make sure that the gadget or the part of the engine that like takes off the ice or keeps ice away, they had to make sure that was up and running. So I was like, okay, all right. So yeah, and I know that Seattle, going there and leaving is very bumpy. That's something I learned when I was doing my research. But and turbulence already gets me kind of like, ugh. So the fact that it was bumpy and it was Boeing, I was like, Lord. I was like, ooh, Lord. I was like, please get me home safe. But I got home safe. It was great. I knocked out a few times on the plane. It was cool. It was a cool ride. It was funny because the ride there, when we were about to take off, they tell you don't put down the latch from the seat, like where you put your food at. Don't put that out yet. Your laptop's put away, whatever. And there was somebody who had like, it looked like a iPad with a keyboard. So the flight attendant was like, hey, can you put that away? Wait till we're like up in the air and then you can. And the person was like, oh, well, that never, like, no one ever told me to put it away. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, we're gonna do this right now? But then the flight attendant I like her. She was like, well, that means they weren't doing their job. And I'm doing my job, so I'm telling you to put that away, please. And everyone just looked at each other and started snickering, because it's like, clock it, like, clock them. Because it's like, why are you doing that? Oh, that never happened. With this, it's like, if a flight attendant telling you to do something, do it. You want to play the debate game, will just only slow us down. So that was funny. So anyways, landing was fine, and after like 6 hours, I got home, and I was just happy to be home. But yeah, though my time in Seattle was short-lived, It was pleasant, and I cannot wait to return. As I said in the vlog, like when I got back to the hotel, I said that I do want to come back in the summertime. One of the regulars at the Ludi's was like, summertime is really nice and it's not as gloomy. So if you do the Space Needle, it would be a better view if you were to do it now. So I was like, okay, that's actually funny, because I'm like, I felt kind of bad not doing Space Needle. And he was like, no. Summertime or springtime, like, you know, is less gloomy during that season. So I was like, okay. But yeah, listen, the hotel thing kind of threw me off a little bit, but I'm just happy that I'm on my P's and Q's, and I just caught it right then and there, and I ensured that my safety was #1 priority. So that was a little pat on my back. You know, I was bummed that happened, but I was like, that's good you caught it, you know? But yeah, to more traveling next year. I hope to travel more. I'm grateful. I did 2 trips in 1 month. I did 2 trips in November. Little quick trips, but nonetheless a trip and new experiences and new food. So like I said, but as I always say, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And any recommendations you have of Seattle or what I should do next time I go there, please comment below. But thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll see y'all later. 2 and 2.